As children, we are constantly reminded of our bad behaviour. When little Johnny does something naughty, Mum tells him how disappointed she is. Starting when we're very young, parents, teachers, or other authority figures impose guilt on us. Parents use guilt to manipulate the behaviour of their children. That's obvious. Guilt is a very powerful thing. Children strongly desire love and acceptance, and approval is something that children will work extra hard for. From an early age, we are conditioned to seek approval from others. We all have this deeply ingrained need for external approval, and we all exhibit a certain amount of approval seeking behaviour. We are social creatures after all. But some people are genuine approval junkies. They need to be constantly reminded of how much they are appreciated. Some folks are trapped by a deep-seated fear of disapproval. And I think this is because these folks have convinced themselves that others are responsible for their worth. As children, we're dependent on approval. We need that pat on the head. We're not emotionally mature yet, but a healthy, emotionally mature adult does not need, emphasis on the word need, does not need the approval of others. He may want it, he may desire it, he may enjoy it, but he doesn't need it. Lots and lots of adults are actually addicted to approval, though. They crave that pat on the back. And just like a heroin junkie must get his fix, an approval addict must hear those words of encouragement, for he must see those heads nodding in agreement. If he doesn't, he suffers. People pleasers are not the masters of their lives. If you identify yourself, openly or not, as a people pleaser, and you regard this as a good character trait, then I've got to ask you, why do you give your power away? If you care too much what other people think of you, then that's what you're doing, giving your power away. You should be the one who controls how you perceive and feel about yourself. What I'm saying is, you should be the primary source of your own approval. And you need to have confidence and self-respect in order to be that primary source. I mean, if you like yourself, truly like yourself, then you couldn't be an approval junkie. If you go along with the opinions of the group, whatever they may be, as approval junkies do, I've noticed, if you change your colours just to fit in with those around you, if you change your appearance and your clothes and change the way you speak and the way you act, if you do all this and more because in your mind you're only as good as others say you are, then you must be so deeply insecure and unhappy, you know? Maybe it's a deep-seated fear of rejection that leads a lot of people to fall into the approval trap. But here's a newsflash for the people pleasers. Rejection won't kill you. And just because someone disapproves of something you do or rejects something you say doesn't necessarily mean you're wrong. And it doesn't mean you failed. And it doesn't make you a bad person. You can't make everyone like you. And not everyone wants to be your friend, Mr. Approval Junkie. That's just the way it is. Think on. Anyway, peace, YouTube. Have a lovely day, folks.